On the other side of the coin is the Secret Service's investigative mission. By statutory authority, we investigate financial crimes and use of computers to target our nation's financial infrastructure and financial markets.
Good morning. Today we're going to execute an arrest warrant in Operation Lunar Eclipse. We have credible information about a suspect who's been located in Lower Manhattan. The suspect is a white male between the ages of 40 and 50. He was last seen on First Avenue. We're going to execute in 3 teams.
When you think of bank robbers, you probably think of masks, guns, and explosives. But modern thieves know that the big money is no longer rooted in the physical world. One of the largest bank heists in history was a cybercrime. In 2013, high-end hackers stole $40 million from thousands of ATMs around the world, all in just a few hours. The hackers infiltrated the computer system of a credit card processing company inside a bank within the country of Oman.
This is sort of a logistical Ocean's 11 for cybercrime. The hackers found a vulnerability in the company's payment processing platform.
They removed the cash limits on hundreds of prepaid debit cards and then had them printed up in the 3-dimensional world. The cards were then distributed to a large network of so-called street cashers, thieves positioned at ATMs in 24 countries, all waiting to dip their cards, grab the money, and go.
There were hundreds of them waiting for a release of a PIN number.
And then, carefully as clockwork,
they released the PIN number. These individuals go to the ATM and remove funds. A very large pyramid where you had the hackers at the top of the pyramid, you had managers, you had field operatives, and finally you had that simultaneous cash out, 25 countries on 5 continents, and the cashing out of over $45 million within 12 hours.
The internet made this crime possible. But remember, not all cybercriminals are masterminds.
There were 2 individuals who were brazen enough to post on their social media accounts that they had in fact stolen a large amount of money, and they proceeded to do a selfie holding a pile of cash. And that was one of the methods utilized to effect arrests in this case.
Cyber intrusions are a relatively new field, probably over the last 5 to...
Rupert?
Mother? Oh, what are you doing on my computer?
How do you explain this?
Oh, well, you know, the internet's full of misleading information. I mean, the price is so low, it's probably a virus. Well, you know the old saying, if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is.
Well, it seems Turkmani is too good to be true. Now buy them back.
Relatively new field, probably over the last 5 to 7 years it's really taken off, and it's usually international in scope. It can be emanating from Canada, coming from Eastern Europe, Finland, Russia, Australia, and everybody is using the same tool, and that is the internet.
2015 was a banner year for international cybercrime, costing about $400 billion worldwide. But not all cybercriminals are in it for the money. Take the famous hack of Sony Pictures, for example, believed to be the work of the North Korean government.
North Korea?
Yes.
It's a devastating hack, crippling one of the world's most powerful entertainment studios.
Nobody's quite sure why the North Koreans leaked thousands of embarrassing corporate emails, employees' social security numbers, and even unreleased movies.
Fury and the remake of Annie were posted on illicit websites.
Why did North Korea's state actor go after Sony? I don't think it was because they want to enter into the movie business.
One theory is that they were responding to a Sony film, The Interview, a comedy that portrayed the assassination of their dear leader,
President Kim Jong-un.
Think about that for a second. That means that a country attacked a company. That's pretty crazy.
The North Korean regime has called the movie terrorism, an act of war, a moral attack on its leadership.
They thought it was a direct attack upon the North Korean regime. They didn't like the movie. They didn't like what it said.
Did you just say dong?
The film was crude, but the cyber attack was sophisticated.
They specifically targeted IT administrators and stole their credentials. So they actually had administrator-level privileges on the network to deploy their malware to every single system.
To me, it was an incredibly important moment for the United States. It wasn't just an attack on the company and its employees. They actually issued threats to movie theaters across this country. People were suddenly afraid. That, to me, is terrorism, and that comes with some pretty serious consequences.
I think the United States government is trying to still figure out the rules of the road in terms of when they should step in to defend the property and the rights of the company. So state actor Going Martin, for instance, or some critical private hands, it's